Good evening. We are 6:30 on November 6th. A lot of you have heard, oh, we've had a great big X-class flare. Don't get excited. It was a flare. It wasn't one flare. It was actually 4 flares, but it was very short in duration and it did not cause a CME. That's the bad news. Let's look at the good news. Let's look at what it looked like and tell you why it might be exciting. So I'm going to scoot this forward. And here, looking at the center sunspot, you see the bright eruption starting there. That's the first M-class flare. And it very quickly dissipates. And then if you watch that big monster sunspot that looks really wild, here we go. It's erupting. And it does shoot out plasma, but this plasma is falling back to the sun. It didn't get ejected out past gravity. So it is not expected to cause a huge flare. But if we roll this backwards, okay, here you see you watch it erupt. Here goes the center spot. It flares both spots around it. Well, there's a slight component there. Right there you can see that there's a slight component, but I do not think it left the surface of the sun. You're seeing an X-ray right there, and I don't think it's going to be anything. Yeah, I'm not seeing it leave the surface of the sun. So I don't anticipate this is going to be something that hits us. However, the Parker probe has indicated the X-class flare from a couple days ago is hitting us in the next few hours, and we should anticipate a burst of activity from that. Bad news is we're all clouds. So I don't anticipate anybody seeing it before the early morning hours. Now, a quick look. This sunspot group right here is what is just around the limb. And you could see by the looks of it here, if I can magnify it a little bit. Let's see if I can magnify that. You can see here's the sunspot that's just beyond what we could see, and this is very complex. The back side of it probably is going to be what has the most complexity, but I can't tell because this is right on the edge right here, and I can't tell. But you could see the magnetic interaction between all of this. And we have this is what just left the sun in the last week. It is rolling back here, and we can see a lot of complexity that is still to come in the next couple weeks. So don't think just because this didn't flare tonight, it's not got the complexity to do something more. Here's our X-class flare map. It was an X2.3. Again, you could tell here it's very impulsive. Another impulsive flare before it falls off. We do not anticipate this causing a very large CME. Here's the front view of our sun. We still have a couple spots here that can produce something. But our biggest chance for something is here as 3883 rolls into center stage. By the time it hits the go zone, we're going to have that other sunspot group around, and we're going to be able to see what it's going to do. And I do anticipate we have a chance at activity. Good news. Bad news is we've hit our pre-winter season, the fall rainy season that we kind of have missed this fall is upon us. We're going to have a lot of storm activity going on. And it's going to be cloudy and miserable and raining. So let's take a look at what the next tonight. UP, you have a chance Door County, you may have a little bit of a chance early. By 10, 11 o'clock tonight, most of the UP should see something through broken clouds. And notice I said broken clouds. And we should continue clearing through the morning hours. And by 1 to 4 o'clock in the morning, Eastern UP may see some activity. Door County, you'll be a little less cloudy. And you at least have that to look forward to tonight. So if that solar stream hits tonight, you'll be able to see it at some degree. Thursday, we have southwestern Michigan is going to be pretty mucked up with clouds. That moves north. And by 1 o'clock, most everybody should have clear skies in Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Ohio, Illinois, all those areas out through New York, Pennsylvania, New Hampshire, Maine, and some of the other states right there might have a little bit of trouble seeing. You still got a little bit of lingering clouds. Friday night, we have a storm system developing down here. We also have a hurricane that should be moving into the Gulf Coast in the next day, day and a half. This system is going to expand. So for right now, Sky Clubber until 1 o'clock, probably 4 o'clock in the morning on Friday night. But by Saturday, everybody's going to cloud up because that system's going to expand up into the states and encompass most of it. It is going to linger through Monday or Sunday night. Monday night, we begin to get that clearing. So starting in the south and the east, the western side of the UP, the clouds will begin to clear throughout the night. By 1 o'clock, we're looking at broken clouds through most of Michigan. So this is what you have to look forward to. It's not great news because we're in that rainy winter weather period. Let's look and see what Weather Channel is predicting for the 10-day forecast. Thursday, partly cloudy. Friday, sunny. Partly cloudy on Saturday. Monday and Tuesday are clear. And then we have rain showers later in the week. So, not a great forecast, but not terrible either. So, we will do our best and hope that we see something, and if we don't, we don't. But this is, starting our fall rainy season. We know this happens every fall. We're just about to snow. Now it's time to convert your energy from being out in front of the camera to getting on your computer, learning to edit your photos, learning the science of what you're doing, learning the science of this. So next season, you know what is happening and you don't have to have anybody tell you. So you don't get the media curse and get caught up in a media curse. You can look at that data and say, oh, the media's got it wrong. It's going to be late, or it's going to be early, or it's not going to be a big deal. And by the same token, you can look at it and say, they missed this one, and it's going to be a huge deal. So learn your science over winter. Don't get bored. Get busy. So that's going to be our theme. Don't get bored. Get busy. All right, I'm going to leave you there. You have a chance tonight, tomorrow night. By Saturday, we're going to be clouding up and into through Monday morning. So not going to get anything Saturday and Sunday night likely. Good luck, everybody.